So today's first day. We made it up to our scouting spot today. So we got up here probably about 3-ish, realized we couldn't camp up here where we wanted to. So we set up camp, grabbed our food and dinner, and drove up here in the truck. And this is the setup for now. Just having some dinner, some peak refills, American buffalo goulash and beef pasta marinara, and then sitting here and glassing a bunch of this country. Walk down this ridge here in a little bit and glass a bunch of this. See if we can pick up some bucks. Sitting here at the truck. See if I can get this to zoom in. Spotted some elk, probably 5 miles away. So one thing I forgot on this trip is my adapter, my phone scope adapter here. There we go. Yeah, they're way over there, quite a ways. Oop, bump the spot and scope. See them all milling around on that hillside over there. But yeah, we'll be going over here in just a little bit after we eat some dinner, and hopefully we can pick up some bucks. Looks like really good country, a lot of willow flats and willow country. So hopefully be able to pick up a bunch. Can't really see a whole lot of it because those trees, but yeah, first spotted the first buck of the trip, and of course, wouldn't you know it, he is almost on top of the mountain. So I'll try to turn the camera here. He is all the way up here by the upper tree patch right there. So I'll try to get a video of him here in the spot and scope to show you guys. Just a second. All right, that wraps up scouting trip evening of day 1. Overall, decent evening. Never had a whole lot of luck in the evening, but saw a couple bucks, doe with some fawns, pretty good bull, bunch of elk, but oh yeah, and a big old black bear. So overall, it was a pretty good evening. So we'll get out here early in the morning tomorrow, hopefully glass up quite a few more bucks. So see you tomorrow. All right, guys, so this will be trip number 2. All right, so scouting trip number 2. Did about a 6-hour drive today. Made it up here. On the way in, I tried another spot with driving in on the 4-wheeler, and you come in the back side of the unit, and that road ended up being shut down. So that plan for in the morning is tossed. But I did get up here to where I was planning on camping tonight, and there's a lot of big country here. So I think my plan now is to glass all this tonight, and then tomorrow morning come up here and also glass all this. So let you guys see the setup here. So glassing all this open country, all those willow country up on top. All right. Sorry about that. The phone scope here just blacks some of the cameras out. So here's a setup for now. So got my jet boil going with some beef stroganoff for dinner. Spot and scope, glassing all this country here, and hopefully tonight find some deer. Hopefully in the morning find some more deer. So when I just got up here, I did see one down here in the doe down here in the bottom. So hopefully can find some more here. So yeah, I got my phone scope this time for you guys, so we'll be able to get some better footage of deer hopefully. So stay tuned. All right, so got up here this morning. Woke up just for light, hiked up here. Glassed a good number of bucks, but not like the number of groups that I was wanting. But we had 3 different groups, bachelor groups. I think total probably around 15 bucks, and there were some good bucks. We had one big buck, so one that's probably so far my target buck. He ended up just being actually right behind me out of nowhere. I glassed him up there. He was with 4 other bucks. He's probably like a 180 type buck, just mainframe, 4-point. Then I glassed up a couple small 3-points, and then another decent 4 across the canyon here, but he's way over there, and he probably wouldn't be worth hiking that far for. So yeah, overall, pretty good morning so far. We're gonna Probably stay here for another hour or two and then go pack up and get ready for a pack-in scouting trip here further in the unit. So stay tuned. Alright guys, so we made it halfway to our hike today. We're going a long ways. We're going about, it's going to be about 8 miles in one way this trip. And then, so we're about halfway, 4 miles in. Almost to the highest elevation I'm going to get, and then I'm going to drop through another big valley, and then climb up out of that one and drop into the next one. That one's got no trails in it, no roads, nothing in it. So hopefully we can find some deer that haven't seen people all season, and hopefully that's where the big ones are hiding. So I'll show you guys here what I'm looking at. So up here is the last uphill. Once I get to the top of that, I'll be as high as I'm gonna get. So we're almost there. I'm gonna stop right here for a minute, eat some lunch, and then drink some water, refill my water bags, and get going. guys, we made it. Alright, is the week. Opening day starts tomorrow. So we got up here last night actually. Went and checked out a new spot this morning. Didn't produce any deer, but lots of elk bugling. However, so we came back to where we found that big buck during scouting. So we're gonna go there tomorrow morning. We're gonna drive up there tonight and then camp and then hopefully locate that buck and then go from there. But it's first week of archery season. Let's go, baby. Alright guys, so messed up this morning. I didn't get a whole lot of video, but day one in the morning is in the books. There's a bunch of guys up at the pass I was wanting to stay at last night. Talked to them all, they're all elk hunters, but watched one of them walk right up the ridge that I was hoping to glass last night, but when they came down, they all made a plan, and they let me hunt that ridge top that big buck was hiding in. So this morning woke up bright and early, glassed that whole hillside. No luck, didn't see the buck, so I hopped on the quad, ran around the mountain, and as I was running around the mountain, got to my other glassing point, looked back up on the same mountain, and there's a big buck right on top. So I tried to drive around, get to the backside, make stock on him. As I was going around, we ran into like 5 or 6 other bucks that skylined themselves on the ridge. So parked the four-wheeler, got the bow off, made a stock in. As they're making a stock in, they caught me walking. I was trying to take a step or two and then glass, and then they ended up catching me eventually. So they kind of turned and started walking over the ridge. Once they turned that ridge, I ran up there to the ridge and tried to poke over. And I had a buck at 80 come in right behind a tree. I could see his butt, so I ranged the tree right out when he walks out. It's 82 yards. I can make that shot, so I was just waiting for the buck to walk out, and he must have gave me the slip, and he walked up and away. So, yeah. Morning one in the books. Gonna try it again this evening. Gotta run into town, grab some fuel for the four-wheeler, and then come back up this afternoon, and then I'll probably do the same setup in the morning. And then if that doesn't work, probably pack into a basin I've scouted out this year. So, yep. Okay, a little midday update here. Got back from town, decided I'm gonna pack into a couple basins a little ways further away from the road. Been dealing with quite a few elk hunters up here, but got up here to where I start hiking and there's 2 four-wheelers. So my plan is now, if I can still glass a bunch of this country, so I'm gonna sit here and glass it for this evening, and then when these guys come back, see if they're elk hunters, deer hunters. If they're elk hunters, then I'll probably spike in later tonight and then hike in to the actual basins tomorrow morning early. And if they're deer hunters, then I'm not gonna encroach on their area if they've got in here before me. So yeah, to be determined. Well, talked to those guys. They came up, and lo and behold, they are deer hunters. They're chasing some smaller bucks this morning, but they're gonna be in there tomorrow too. And I'm not the kind of guy to push into somebody else's spot, especially when they're on animals. So I'm heading back to where I started this morning and hopefully pick up those bucks that I messed up that stock with this morning. So looks like I spotted these guys, and of course they were right up there where the big glassing knob is, so high chance that they're probably deer hunters. So, I guess they're working their way down though, so if they're elk hunters, they probably just went up there to get service, but I don't know. Hopefully want to talk to them tonight and see what their plan is. Hopefully make a game plan for tomorrow. Alright guys, so we hiked in to this spot, some basins that you can't really glass. Hiked in.